تيك افريكا كما قلنا باش نمشيو دايركتلي لكامبالا اوغندا، حيث باش ناخذوا اوليني صديقنا جوفري متبازي، مدير عام ستارت اب اوغنديه اسمها كارا. Geoffrey, good evening. Can you hear me? Hello, Geoffrey. Can you hear me? Are you online? Hello? Geoffrey, can you please give me a sign if you're online, please? نحاولوا نتصلوا به نعاودوا ناخذوا اللينيا مرة أخرى معاه. نحكي لكم شوية على الستارت اب هذه كارا. الكارا هي تطور البسكليتات العادية وتردهم بسكليتات كهربائية. يعني فما جوفري والفريق متاعه عمل حل باش البسكليتات تنجم يركب لها سيستم سبيسيال إلكتريك ويخليها تنجم تستعمل. جوفري, can you hear me now?
Yes. Yes, I can hear you.
Excellent, excellent. Good evening, Geoffrey. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm okay. How are you doing? Welcome back from Jaipur.
Yes, welcome back, and pleased to hear you again, and pleased to be in connection with my friends in Ouganda in general and in Kampala in particular. How are things going for you, my friends? عندنا مشكلة apparemment في الخط، نقعدوا ديما باتصال، هذا هو الحل الانترنت بعض الأحيان. Are you there? The line doesn't seem to be great today. I mean, when we were spoken offline.
Yes, I can hear you.
You can hear me. Please try to be in a position where we can have a better line connection. Can you hear me now? Hello? Geoffrey? Geoffrey? Hello?
Is that better?
No, yes, now this is better. Let's hope that this will be carry on like this until the end of this interview. Okay, can you tell me, can you introduce yourself first and introduce your startup, Karaa, please?
Yes, please. So my name is Geoffrey. I run a startup called Karaa. We build electric bicycle conversion kits, and just imagine any normal bicycle. We've built a system that can convert it to make it electric. And the goal of this is to enable people in Africa access cheaper, cleaner, faster mobility. This conversion kit is also capable of being serviced locally very easily. So we've built it with a lot of simplicity. We've also built it with a lot of asset financing inbuilt. So a lot of people cannot afford to buy this product upfront, and we partner with financial institutions to provide financing for this product. But that's enforced by a lot of the infrastructure we've built on top of the conversion kit that enables it to have that visibility and traceability for a financier.
Okay. And does your electric system, can it fit to any bicycle, or is it only for some type of bicycles?
So it can fit on any bicycle, but we have narrowed it down to just a few models at the moment because we want to maintain the quality of the bicycle it fits on. And we also want to maintain consistency of performance. But essentially, it can fit on any bicycle, but it performs much better on particular brands that we've already gone through a co-design process with, mostly in sub-Saharan Africa. So some of the brands are Buffalo bicycles and Ref bicycles and Africruise bicycles. So there's about 3 bicycle manufacturers we're working with at the moment, and these are already compatible with the product, though it's not limited to only those. It can essentially fit on any other bicycle.
Okay, so how does it work? People take to your workshop their bicycle, and then you'll be fitting the electric appliance to it, or do you sell the bicycle already with the electric appliance? How does it work?
So it's 3 ways. We sell the conversion kit separately, and users can actually install it on their own without any technical, any deep technical knowledge. And it's very easy to install on your own. But for those who are not comfortable installing it on their own, we are partnering with a lot of bicycle shops and bicycle repair and sales centers to be able to convert for customers. On the other end, we also sell fully converted bicycles, either through manufacturers or as a company. But for these types of sales, we mostly focus on fleet level sales where we're selling multiple units, where the user or the buyer on the other end is an organization that wants a couple of bicycles one time. So we are very flexible with our approach, but also the product is very easy for convert on their own.
Okay. And what about charging the batteries? I mean, where do they charge? Can they charge it anywhere, or should they go to some gas station, or how does it work?
So it can be charged from anywhere. You don't need any special charging infrastructure. Essentially, some of our smallest battery can actually be charged using a Type-C charger, just like you charge your laptop or your phone. But in some resource-limited areas, which is, for example, a place where where I've been this week, close to the border of Uganda and South Sudan, there's a few places like in refugee settlements where there's limited access to electricity. And in those places, we partner with mini grid providers and local entrepreneurs with an already existing power connection to offer a charging service for customers where you typically bring your battery, you leave it behind for a few hours,
Okay.
and then you pick it up fully charged later on. Yeah, so we, in those resource limited areas, partner with energy access partners that would provide charging as a service. But essentially, you can charge it from anywhere.
Okay. Now, people are aware of this possibility. Is it something that already existed, but you are challenging another competitor, or are you the first one to start this in Uganda?
So in Uganda, we're the first company to start electric bicycle conversions. However, it's been something. I was reading recently that actually a conversion of bicycles started even as early as the 1950s. If you didn't know, a company called Yamaha, no, not Yamaha, Suzuki started with converting normal bicycle to electric by clipping on a small engine and attaching it to the wheel, and that way they were, creating motorized bicycles. And the same thing was actually done by Honda, which started also its first product was actually a conversion of a bicycle of a bicycle to engine powered bicycles, and then they moved to motorcycles. So this is not an entirely new product, but what really changes is how we're doing it. We're really focusing on designing for Africa, and we're really focusing on durability and ease of financing, because those are some of the challenges that a lot of our users face.
Okay. How do you compare with other existing international competitors? Because electric bicycles, they exist in many other European and American and international cities, but maybe we haven't seen yet this in Africa, in African cities. Can you compare your solution to this solution, price-wise, duration, autonomy, things like that?
So it's interesting that, in Africa, no one actually hates bicycles. At least the people who have their bicycles don't hate them. The only thing they don't like about their bicycles is that they cannot cover a long distance, and they have to put in a lot of effort. So it's essentially the productivity of the bicycle that's the biggest challenge. So instead of solving the whole, instead of scrapping the whole product and introducing a whole new electric bicycle, we decided to convert the existing bicycles that people have and love in Africa to electric, because that's one, more sustainable, because you don't then have to buy a new bicycle as a user. And then as a manufacturer, the manufacturers that have been in Africa for 20, 30, 40 years, importing, distributing, and selling bicycles don't have to introduce a whole new product. And thirdly, the bicycles that you'd find in Europe are not really built for Africa. They are really built for more complex, more expensive customers, and they're typically more expensive to buy. The cheapest electric bicycle you'd get is at least $1,000, and that's a really terrible version. We have been able to deliver a conversion kit that is starting at about $350,
Oh,
which is a very good price for most of the users who don't have a lot of
yeah.
money to spend.
Yes. Yes. $330 seems to be very reasonable comparing to $1,000.
Yes, yes.
Definitely. I mean,
Yes.
we know that in Africa we are very much sensitive to budgets, and since the incomes sometimes are not the same as what's happening in Europe and America, of course. So that's very interesting.
Yes.
You didn't tell me about the autonomy of these batteries. How long do they last?
So we've built the conversion kit to be able to cover at least 60 kilometers on one charge
50.
and up to 120 kilometers. So 60 to 120 kilometers. And this depends on the size of the battery. So we have two battery sizes, and these are the short range, or medium range, and then the long range. We also are not limited to just one battery size. We keep on configuring or reconfiguring the batteries according to new users we encounter. So I wouldn't say we will stick to this one battery size. We will always keep thinking with the user in mind, and really delivering what fits the use cases. If a rider wants a battery that can cover 1,000 kilometers, and it's within reason,
Say it
and
again.
possible
1,000
for
kilometer
us to do,
autonomy.
why
1,000.
not?
Well, why not? I mean, I'll be very proud of you, Geoffrey, if you can make it so.
Rashid, there's that saying that the customer is the boss.
Absolutely.
If the boss is willing to pay and
To
is
pay for the
interested in the
price.
solution,
Yeah.
why not provide it?
Yeah, I think already 120 kilometers already very good, for a bicycle. By the time 120 kilometers is a lot already, and then you can go home and they recharge.
Yes.
And how long does it take to recharge? I mean, hours or?
I mean, the charging time varies anywhere between 2 hours to 8 hours. So
Okay.
the 2 hour
So
charging
it's like
time
a
is
phone.
really
It's
for
like
your
a
small
phone.
battery.
Mm.
Yes,
Yeah, it takes the same
that's the
as
smaller
a phone.
battery, really. But the larger battery, which covers 120 kilometers, charges in about 7 to 8 hours. And this is because essentially you want to ride all day, cover 120 kilometers through the day, and charge all night. And interestingly, with batteries, the slower you charge them, the longer the battery lasts. So we found that with slower charging times, we're able to
Very good.
preserve the health of the battery.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic, Geoffrey. Geoffrey Mutabazi, you are the owner and the founder of startup Karaa from Ouganda. You have developed a solution for fitting bikes with electric appliances in order to make it run up to 120 kilometer when it's flat. And battery can be recharged from 2 hours to 10 hours. This is in a summary of what you've been doing, and the cost is like $330 or $350 comparing to $1,000. In a nutshell, this is what you're doing, I think, if I'm not wrong. Thank you very much, Geoffrey,
Yeah.
for your time, and wish you good luck. And why not? Hope to see your products one day coming to North Africa and to Tunisia.
We're definitely coming to Tunisia.
You're welcome.
When
You're
we
welcome.
started working on this
The
product,
studio
we
is
knew
open for
that,
you, for anyone from Ouganda who would like to come and introduce himself.
Absolutely.
This is why we are here online. This is why the show is here, in order to promote any technology coming from Africa to Africa. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.